Alright there, hello folks, this is Alan recording another best out of one comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft. Right now I am a couple wins away from hitting Mythic, so I might as well just hit Mythic in style and do the best draft set other than Modern Horizons. Dominaria is a very fun draft set, one of my very favorites, and I'm glad that WotC brought it back. And yeah, let's just hit Mythic doing Dominaria. And pack one, pick one. Well, our rare is really powerful. Zahid, if you can play some artifacts like Skittering Surveyors, Bone Tallow Candles, and even Icy Manipulators with this, you can get a really nice discount just as a powerful 4 mana 5/6 flying. That being said, there's Sarah Angel, which is also great, but I wouldn't take it over Zahid simply because Zahid is just a bigger body and a powerful win condition. Halar is great uncommon, but it's gold colors. And Icy Manipulator is really hard to pass up with Zahid as well in the same pack. But it is definitely powerful as well as a 4 mana artifact that can constantly lock down creatures on the opponent's side. Looking at the commons, there's only Fiery Intervention. But yeah, I think the choice here is just between Zahid and Icy Manipulator. I think I take Icy Manipulator over Sarah Angel. Now the question is, do I take Zahid or Icy Manipulator? Zahid is just so powerful though. But Icy Manipulator can fit well in any deck. Zahid's a win condition. Both of these cards are very good. If this is a pack one pick one, it would be a very tough decision here. I guess I might just take Zahid because again it is a win condition. A 5 mana, 4 mana 5/6 flyer can just win you the game. Even at 6 mana 5/6 body is very excellent. And usually you can pick up interaction spells later that can make up for the Icy Manipulator. Like honestly, Icy Manipulator is like probably the best interaction card in this entire set, since not only is it colorless, but you can constantly just tap down creatures again, no matter how big they are, and then you can just constantly switch targets. But again, Zahid is just a powerful win condition here. It can just steal a game by itself. So yeah, it's this pack one pick one is definitely a dilemma, but both of these are very close. But I think I'll just stick with Zahid for now, simply because it helps you win. And now we have Rona to follow up. If we want to take a speculative guess on the white card, we can, moving to white, there's Knight of Grace, and we can maybe set a nice white-blue historic deck. Even though I believe these 2-drop knights, like the Knight of Grace and Knight of Malice, are just better off with their enemy colors. Knight of Grace feels better in a black deck since you can constantly give it the +1 and +0. It's still a good 2-drop, but it does have more upside if you combine it with black. But Rona is just a very good card. I think I'm going to take it here. Other decent cards are Divination and Calico Skinwitch. Rona is like a lot more narrow pick since it kind of commits you into the blue-black, but it's definitely very powerful. And I think it's a lot more powerful than Divination and Skinwitch. If we do end up in black-blue, then I just have to take it here. Like, I could stay flexible, I can stay open, but none of these cards are really that crazy and broken compared to like Rona if you can get in a blue-black deck. So, and we are actually, and with Zahid, we actually want some historic cards like artifacts to go along with it to give this a discount. So I don't mind taking it here. Follow up Zahid, Rona. Here we could take a Soul Salvage, which I at least like 1 or 2 copies of, and you know, this format's really grindy, so it's very good. This helps fetch back the Rona, which can fetch back like Zahid. So I don't mind Soul Salvage here. Other fine cards like Dark Bargain and Opt, but really this pack is not too exciting. But might as well take my first Soul Salvage since it's a lot more crucial and important in this deck. Now there's Academy Drake, which I can take as a nice evasive threat. Also, the Freeze is a fine removal spell. Not the best, but if your win condition is flying over and you're playing a control deck, it definitely helps. So it's close between these two. It seems like we are just kind of forcing ourselves into black-blue for the most part. Let's just say we aren't going to be in black-blue because black isn't as open. Maybe Academy Drake might be slightly better if we end up in like blue-red Wizards or blue-green mid-range. But Defreeze is looking very good here. Since, again, black-blue is looking to be very controlling. So the question is this: do we remain open with the Academy Drake in case we just end up splashing black, or not playing black at all, or do we just take the Deep Freeze, which is just much better in a more controlling black-blue deck? I think I'm leaning towards Deep Freeze with this Rona. Like, I'm not a big fan of splashing too often unless you have Skittering Surveyor or Growthny Ashes, and that's in green. Sometimes, like, just forcing 2 colors right away due to a broken uncommon and a powerful rare, it's just worth it. So I think I like the Deep Freeze, since black-blue is again trying to be controlling, and a second Soul Salvage seems good here over pretty much nothing. Syncopate looks nice. There's also Windgrace Acolyte, which can help with our Soul Salvage, so I might as well take it. Since we have double Soul Salvage, it makes sense to take it here, since it's so powerful with Soul Salvage. We can mill our Zaheeds and Soul Salvage them back, or Rona and get it back, so I think I'll take the Windgrace. Tolarian Scholar is a pretty decent blocker at 3 mana. As funny as that seems, this is actually a pretty decent card in this set, since this format's so slow. Don't think I want to run 2 of them, but I'll put one in the sideboard just in case. Could run a Homarid Explorer just as another 4-drop blocker. Maybe Cabal Paladin. Don't think I'm running Shield just for Zaheed. Diligent Excavator is maybe a 2-drop that we need. Maybe Befuddle, even though it's not exciting. Guardian might have some synergy if we pick up some Sagas, since they can bounce them back, which seems pretty nice. It's also an artifact that goes well with Zaheed. Okay, so given this pack 1 pick 1, we could start out with Icy Manipulator, and I think I maybe would have took the Hexproof Knight, but given that we taken Zaheed, we were more inclined in just moving with Rona and then solidify ourselves in like a black-blue controlling deck. I mean, usually in draft they say to stay open, but in some situations it's fine forcing colors, especially if the card's very powerful. So in this case, it's the latter. So let's move on. Naban is pretty good, but it's not going to be at its best in black-blue, unfortunately, since most of the creatures that trigger aren't all that exciting. I mean, most of the wizards, unless it's Calico Skinwitch, but that's 6 mana, it's a lot. I like Skittering Surveyor since it kind of helps us fix our mana and find the lands that we need for turn 4. Calico Skinwitch would also be excellent, but I think the Skittering Surveyor is just more important. We might end up splashing a 3rd color if we're kind of lacking removal, and it's also an artifact that goes well with Zaheed. It helps find our 4th land drop, so I'll take it here. But Calico Skinwitch is close. Ooh, another Rona or Knight of Malice. We currently don't have any good 2-drops, but I don't think the game plan is aggro. Knight of Malice can be a fine 2-drop. It's definitely a very good one. But again, I don't think this deck's game plan is just to be aggressive. We're just looking to be a lot more controlling. And double Rona is pretty exciting, especially if I was thinking maybe Rona can get back Rona, but they will die. One of them will have to leave since it's legendary. But it does make things more consistent. Syncopate is fine too, but I think the second Rona just makes our deck more powerful than it already is. Again, black-blue is looking to be very controlling. Knight of Malice is more of an aggressive card. A good 2-drop that will still play in black-blue, but in this case, I'd rather have like 1 power 3 toughness blockers to just hold off early opponents. I'm not necessarily trying to attack them from the ground. The win condition using black-blue is just to grind them out with removal spells, constant recursion, and flyers. So I think the second Rona makes sense, just because it fits the archetype description. Now, Vidalian Arcanist, as I'm talking about, is a good 2-drop. Again, it kind of gives us discounts for future removal spells and instants and sorcery. It's a good blocker. Otherwise, there's Fire Intervention we can speculate on splashing for, but with 1 Surveyor, I don't think it's worth it. I think we're kind of settled in black-blue control now. We don't really want to take an Adeliz and move into like black-red aggro wizards. So, Vidalian Arcanist seems like the pick. Wizard's Retort is good, but I can't pass up on the Cloud Reader Sphinx. Just a nice win condition in the late game. Excellent way to help scry playables on top. But Wizard's Retort would be pretty good too with Tolarian Scholar and Vidalian Arcanist. But can't say no to Cloud Reader Sphinx. Just a good 4-drop. Now I can take a Vicious Offering as a good removal spell. Don't really need the Drake on turn 3, even though it is another flyer that helps kind of close out the game. We do have 3 top-end flyers already. We need a removal spell, and because we're kind of lacking, we only have like Deep Freeze for now. And hopefully I don't play Befuddle, but Vicious Offering's fine. It can be a nice way to get rid of an early creature. You can kick it in the late game, sacrifice an early 2-drop or 3-drop to get rid of something big. So I think I'll take it. Alright, Cargo Skin, which looks excellent. There's also Fungal Infection, which is I like as well. Dial Omnivore to maybe get another good 4-drop attacker. Dial Soothsayer can be fine, but I think we really need to focus on the 2s and the Cargo Skin, which makes sense. It's a decent blocker on turn 2, and you can kick it in the late game to make the opponent discard 2. And our 2-drops definitely need work, especially if we don't want to get run over. So I think I'll take it here. Here, I'm a big fan of Deathbloom Thallid, solid 3-drop, so we'll take that. And Windgrace Acolytes, won't mind another one. Maybe we can replace the Guardian of Korla, since it doesn't really have much synergy in our deck. I guess it can bounce back Rona. But other than that, it's not going to be super exciting. With double Soul Salvage, I think I like the more top end, just to fly over and kill the opponent. Otherwise, Blood Talc Candle would be fine, since we have Zahid, but I think we can put this Guardian to the side, maybe this Befuddle, and hopefully we replace these 4-drops, and I wouldn't mind a second Windgrace with double Soul Salvage, so that's looking great. Here, it's pretty bad. Don't think I need a second Scholar, but I think I'll take it. I could just take an Unwind, maybe, for the sideboard. Syncopate looks excellent. This is a deck that needs it. We're a controlling deck. We're looking to keep up our mana in the later games to counter threats, so Syncopate is good. If I don't play the Cabal Evangel, I'll just take Uncommon for Vault, I guess. Maybe we put a Divest in our deck if we don't have enough playables. Alright, so this deck is shaping out really nicely. We could just use better removal spells, but we kind of acquired our game plan, win condition in late game, which is just to fly over. Double Soul Salvage is excellent. Double Rona is great too, but yeah, we could use a little bit more interactions. I'm glad I took Deep Freeze over the flying creature, since Black Green actually panned out pretty well and it's quite open. So yeah, took a risk, got rewarded. Let's move on. Here, I mean, again, there's Naban, but again, we don't have too many wizards. I mean, I guess it can be fine if we pick up a Kami Journey Mages, but that's an if. That Soothsayer can actually be decent. Actually, another Surveyor might be fine to help smooth out our lands. And then all these 4-drops, the 6-drop is replaceable. Yeah, I don't mind a second Script Surveyor, just as a way to find our lands, thin our deck a bit, and then hit our land drop on turn 4. I think is good. Here, I don't need a Hammer Explorer. These cards are pretty bad. There's a Whisper, but we aren't a sacrifice deck. So probably just take a Kami Drake, maybe as another flyer. On 3, Cloudreaver Sphinx, a second one looks, a fourth one looks good. Even though we're kind of high at the top end, it's just better than all the other cards, so I'll just take it here. Wizard's Retort looks excellent. I think I'll take it over to Drake, since we have enough flyers already. Don't have enough Historic to go along with the Cabal Paladin. But yeah, the Wizard Restore is fine. Just have a good counterspell and a control deck. And Deathbloom Thallid makes sense. I'm happy playing as many of those as possible. Don't need a third Soul Salvage. Could just take a Candle, since we're kind of lacking interaction. At the very least, we only have like Deep Freeze and Vicious Offering. And then mostly counter spells that we need to deal with the opponent's creature. So I don't hate Blood Tallow Candle, even though it's expensive and clunky. We have double Soul Salvage already to get our stuff back, so Candle it is, and it helps with Zahid and a Deep Freeze. I don't mind that, since their game plan is to fly over. And Merfolk Trickster is excellent. How much card draw do we have? We don't have much, though. That's the only problem. We do have Recursion with double Soul Salvage, but, you know, I guess Skinger Surveyor can help fix our land drops, too. But, you know, it does help for us to dig deeper sometimes. But maybe we don't need it, and maybe we can just take a good 2-drop like Merfolk Trickster. I don't know. I mean, we do have a huge gap at 2. And I don't really want to run a Diligent Excavator. So maybe we just take it here. Hope for the best. Clawwire Snapper. I guess we'll take it. Even though I don't think about... I want to play it. Hammer Explorer. We'll take it. None of this matters. Another Syncopate. I might run 2 of them. Why not? Don't think I need a Scholar. Okay, so yeah, what's the game plan of this deck? Just play defense, and fly, basically, so we don't need Clawwire Snapper since it can't fly. Could cut a 4-drop. How good is Cabal Paladin? It does trigger off Rona and Skittering Surveyor. It's fine, the Blood Tallow Candle, so it might trigger a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to maybe close out the opponent. I guess we can just cut a Hammer Explorer if that's the case. I do want to have at least 2 4-drops. Here, could just cut the Tolerant Scholar since it seems pretty bad. I do like my double defreeze. I like the Wizard's Retort. I think I like the double Soul Salvage too. I guess I could cut one. I guess I can cut Diligent Excavator because our plan is at mill. We should have enough decent 3-drops. Yeah, I could just cut Soul Salvage here since... I mean, I guess if I cut a Soul Salvage, I might as well cut a Windgrace Acolyte. I do like my 3s again. Don't think I can cut the Drake. We have a gap at 4, so I think I like my 4 drops at least having 2. We should have enough flyers to kind of close out a game that we don't necessarily need like another Windgrace Acolyte in that case. We can cut a Soul Salvage because this can get clunky if we have too much of these. And then one more cut. I think I might like the Candle here. Like the Arcanist. Maybe just cut a Syncopate because the opponent can usually play around it. Yeah, I don't mind it. And then our mana base should be favoring blue, 9 and 8. So I guess we just give this a go. We should have enough flyers to close out that we don't need too many 5-drop Windgrace Acolytes because it can get pretty awkward. And if we're cutting in Windgrace, we don't need double Soul Salvage. And double Soul Salvage can be awkward too in your hand, especially if none of your creatures are dying. So I think this is our deck. We're 2 wins away from Mythic. Let's give it a go. Alright, Vidalian Arcanist, 3-drops. Okay, let's keep this. Only have 1 Soul Salvage, but I should, again, have enough creatures that this is fine. Let's play out the Arcanist on 2. Don't think I need to show him the black mana yet. Next turn I can lead with Deathbloom Paladin and start chipping in some damage. His own Vidalian Arcanist, okay. Right. Maybe I should take an Divination, I don't know. I'm lacking 2 drops, and the Merfolk Trickster is a good interaction spell to have. I guess I'm fine trading this off for it. And the 4th land is good, so I guess we'll just trade this off, play out the Cabal Paladin. Since that hits a little bit harder. And it does have some triggers with the Cabal Paladin. And this deck does have some triggers with it, so it's not completely useless. Sometimes you might get that extra point of damage to burn them out. Dark Bargain main phase, so the opponent's desperately searching for a land off the top. So the opponent's going to take a beating for now, so that's good. He also takes 2 damage, so he's probably just trying to develop a land here, and then we can play out the Cloud Reader Sphinx. So I think we're good. 6 damage is a lot, so now we can have a flyer to maybe punish the opponent. I don't think I need lands. Who cares? You know, we have enough to play all our stuff, so just want some better interaction and some ways to deal with some blockers or something. Kami Journey Mage, Cabal Paladin, that's fine. I can still Zerg him for 3 in the air for now. Think I'm fine tapping out for another Cloud Reader. Don't really need to be mana inefficient. Vicious Offering isn't bad. Do I need to play it out next turn? I could keep the land since I can like double 3-drop, or I can just Vicious Offering and have Deathbloom Paladin up. I think I might need the second land though. I don't know, it's close. Yeah, let's just Vicious Offering on top, attacking for 3. And he would need both removal on both my flyers if he plays a big threat. I can sacrifice the Sapperling and get it out of the way. Probably has like Eviscerate, Settle, okay. Don't think I need to Vicious. I guess I could play out the Deathbloom, keep up Vicious Offering. I could just Cabal at the very least. Don't think I'm blocking. I could just do it. I mean, why not? Because this is just a trade anyway. Like, get rid of this so he doesn't have an extra blocker. So now I can safely resolve this Cabal Paladin. This Paladin, and I can start attacking for 4, and he's forced like he doesn't have good blocks onto it, so this is fine. Rona can be a bit of a card value engine in the late game. Our Deathbloom Thallid, that's not going to do much. Okay, Medallion Arcanist. So, I might as well play out Rona now. Yeah, let's play out Rona, and then that deals 2 damage to his face. Then I can play land. If he wants to kick Skin Witch, he's dead, since he'll have to take another 3 in the air. I can attack him for 3. So yeah, this deck is curving up properly. So it's always good to have a good curve in Limited. Make sure you diversify your cards, your creatures, know the power levels of the cards, the archetype that you're looking to draft, and the cards that benefit the most from it. So we're just going to hit Mythic next game, hopefully. Alright, well, this is interesting. Don't have any turn 2 plays, but I think I can keep, since we kind of have some interaction to reach towards turn 5, so I'll try this. Alright, let's play out the Blood Talent Candle. We have Vicious Offering up to deal with some pesky 2-drops, but opponent's in blue, so he should have like 1-3 blockers. Nothing good, so maybe we're kind of regretting not taking the Divination now. Pass turn. Opponent maybe still keeping up Counterspell, but we'll pass our turn 2. Could just Dark Bargain end of turn. Okay. So I guess we're flooding out here, but hopefully the Cloud Reader Sphinx, he doesn't counter it, and I can help improve my draw steps with it. Since we are really flooding here, his own Cloud Reader Sphinx, okay. I can always use the candle and kill it or deep freeze it, so. And he's not gonna, and I can resolve my own Sphinx 2 to improve my draw steps, so yeah, definitely flooding out, so happy to drop down the Sphinx, bottom any lands. Any bad cards that we don't need. Scaring Surveyor we don't need. We have a million lands already. Does help with Zahid, but nah, we don't need a million lands. We have 5, 6, 7, 8 lands. Now that's the 9th land that we bottom, so we should have 8 more in the deck. Defreeze isn't bad here. I mean, also the Blood Talent Candle just to be mana efficient to get rid of it isn't bad. Then I can save the cheaper interaction for something else. Traxos, okay, I can deal with that. I guess I can freeze that. I can't deal with the candle, so I might as well just pull the trigger on a candle now. Maybe deep freeze Traxos next turn and get in for 3. Might as well. And Soul Salvage can get back my Cloud Reader Sphinx. Might have to take 7 from this Traxos if he tries to untap it, but so be it. He's opting. The wind condition is flying. We don't care about the ground creatures. Okay. This Sphinx is annoying. I might as well attack into it, and I can Vicious Offering if he decides to block, which I don't mind. If he takes it, that's fine as well. I could just lock it down, Deep Freeze, but I'm afraid of Traxos here. He obviously has enough Historic in his blue-black deck since he's running it in the first place. Yeah, let's get him for an attack. I'm happy to Vicious Offering here. Yep, let's do it. Could tap my mana better, but you know, this still results. Free card. Do I deep freeze here? I could still take 7, and if he attacks, I guess my Deathbloom Thallid can retaliate. I might as well do it now. He could have a kick Skin Witch, and I can discard Deathbloom Thallid and the land. Because if I discard yeah, let's just do it now. Because if I can discard this Deathbloom Thallid, I can get back with Soul Salvage, so this is fine. Just lock down Traxos. My Deathbloom can't attack past it, I guess, so it's kind of like a dead card, so we kind of have to draw into our flyers to deal with the opponent's stuff. Soul Salvage both Cloud Reader Sphinx, that's gross. Now he has a way to get rid of it. Nice. I guess we can Surveyor now, get a land, thin our deck a little bit more so we don't draw a million of them. Hopefully he doesn't Skin Witch us. I guess we can play around Skin Witch anyways by just playing out this Deathbloom Thallid, keeping both lands in hand. So now you can play a million Cloud Reader Sphinxes and Scry. So opponent just might have a better, more synergistic deck than ours. Knight of Malice, okay. So we're gonna have a hard time blocking the Knight of Malice, and now we're flooding out. So maybe we should have taken the card draw spell. I don't know. Opponent does seem to have a better deck at the very least. Obviously very similar. Might as well attack the Knight too. I don't know why he's keeping everything back. This will take Servant would have been great with Traxos, but luckily I froze it, so it wasn't a missed target at least. And now we're just getting mana screwed. We're just getting flooded. So it's one of those games, you know, you can't really deal if you're just drawing lands all day and, you know, not getting your stuff. Then obviously the opponent's gonna win. And Caligo Skin Witch, as we predicted. Make sure we discard the 2 swamps. So 1, 2, I have 9, 10, 11. So there's 6 more lands in the deck. I could just draw them all at the very least. This candle's annoying. Okay, we're just gonna concede. We're not gonna play this. We literally drew like 10 lands in a row. It's ridiculous. Okay, oh well. That is what it is. The AI is random, so let's hopefully get the Mythic with this draft, hopefully. I'm kind of banking it. Well, we do have Wizard's Retort. We do have a 4-drop. I think we keep it. We're on the draw. Okay, Land of War Elves on 1, so that's going to be a little bit scary. And Rona, okay. Guess we could use a Dark Bargain in this deck as well. Just to help us dig deeper. And Halar, okay. Might have to freeze that later. So we're kind of behind on board due to this Land of War Elf. Red-Green Kicker is pretty gross and powerful. And a Baloth Forger, but it's unkicked. We'll take 3 here. Alright, we might have to freeze this Baloth, even though Halar can grow larger, just to kind of slow him down. And I'll keep this 1-3 still back behind the block the 1-1. I can't even attack past the 0-4 anyways. So taking 3 is fine. Next turn maybe we can double block Halar. Okay, black mana is good. Don't know if I want to keep up Counterspell. Don't think it's worth it because it's still double blue. Maybe just Hammer at Explorer. Mill the opponent. Maybe get some goodie out of the way. Okay, Yawgmoth's Vow of Offering and Garna. Okay, he's definitely splashing black. So maybe those weren't bad mills. Definitely trading. We're trading off the 3/3. He could have like run amok, I guess, and we could just take 3 and then next turn save it. Okay, that's annoying. So we need to find a way to stop this Halar from. He doesn't attack. That's interesting. Do I just play out the Academy Drake? It doesn't even block it profitably. Maybe I still do it. It's 2 lands away from being kicked, so maybe Rona is better. And we might as well keep a double blue up for counterspell. Since this doesn't even block profitably, I might as well just drop Rona now. Actually, yeah, let's do this. And then Rona should be fine. Say go. Take 4, that's a lot, but we can eventually make him discard his whole hand. We have counterspell up. Cloud Reader Sphinx. And I don't mind tapping out for that, and then maybe we can double block the Halar. Could have like run amok though, so he might have stayed back. Another Cloud Reader Sphinx isn't bad though. Yeah, I'm fine keeping another one on top. I could just take 4 and then double block it next turn. If you try something, we Wizard's Retort. Thorn Elemental. Okay, we're not winning this. 4, 5. Yeah, we're not winning this unless we completely block it off. And then chump with Rona. Maybe keep land on top now for the Skin Witch. Say go. Yeah, we're not winning this. Run amok will just kill us here. Yep, good game. Yep, let's do this. And run amok on the Thorn Elemental will kill us. Well, I guess he doesn't have run amok, but he's still 7 damage to my face. Oh, I guess he decides to trade instead. Okay, that's better. Garna will get back. I guess now I need to keep up Counterspell to deal with this Thorn Elemental. I could just make him discard, why not? Yeah, let's make him discard. And I can still put up a double block against Halar. And then I can kick a Drake, at the very least. Well, another Mammoth Spider, so definitely the flyers aren't getting through. So I guess I can double block Halar now. Actually, I can take 4 from Halar and just block like this. Just to get the value trade. The next turn I can set up a better block. Might as well kick the Drake. Hopefully I can survive. Find some removal and interaction for Halar and Mammoth Spider. Have Counterspell up and ready. Definitely Thal is fine. I can still keep up the Wizard's Retort. Say go. Just need to get this flyer out of the way and not die to 2 damage. Don't think I care about a Corrosive Ooze. I'll let that resolve. Do I play out land? Maybe just hold it up. But for now, I think we just stay back. Alright, Vicious Offering isn't bad. I can get the Spider out of the way and maybe start attacking. Maybe I do end of turn. I can sack the Caligo, kill the Mammoth, attacking for 4. I do need to deal with Halar though. I could just attack with a Cloud Reader Sphinx and see what he does. I should still have a blocker up, so I think I'm just gonna attack with a Cloud Reader Sphinx here. See what he tries. And he blocks. Okay, now I can just cast Vicious Offering with -2/-2 without getting rid of Caligo, and I should have enough blockers up. Okay, that's good. Now we can end turn, keep up Counterspell, double block the Halar. Okay, Wind Grace is excellent. Now I can gain some life, and I have some Counterspell up and ready. Maybe I'm just fine sending all. Yeah, let's get in there. We're not going to win if we stay back forever. And opponent hangs back. Okay. Cabal is good, and we still have Counterspell up. So now we can send in... We can trade for Halar, I guess. I guess we can attack like this. Keep this Cloud Reader Sphinx to play around Trample. Didn't expect myself to win this, to be honest. The opponent had a crazy start. Dark Bargain, I don't mind. I'll let that resolve. Since he's going to take 2 damage, that puts him in a faster clock, and whatever bomb he plays, I can just counter it. Yeah, I can't really deal with my flyers. Okay, we got him. Didn't expect to win this. Opponent seemed to have a really insane start with the Halar and then the Baloth Gorger that I had to freeze. And then then him recurring back to Thorn Elemental, but we got there. Let's keep playing. Merfolk Trickster onto the Freeze Caligo. It's going to take us a while to get to Zahid, but I think we still keep. Seems like a pretty decent hand. Don't know if I want to flash into Trickster yet and start poking for 2, because we're not hyper aggro. The opponent went down a mulligan for 1. Okay, he's going to snipe my Zahid here, but I still have enough flyers to maybe get there. Okay, let's play the island. Let's say go. Might as well play out the island. He knows about the merfolk, so he's probably going to play around that. I might as well just flash it in and get in for 2. And then Rona can get back Zahid. The Yavi Maya Sappered, that's fine. Do I flash this in? I might as well, because I have Wizard's Retort up next turn. And then I don't mind trading off for the 2-2 here. Here I like playing out the Swamp. Do I play out Rona? Don't need to play it out yet, since Zahid's going to take a while, so I think we just pass, trade off for the 2-2 Wizard's Retort on whatever the opponent tries to develop. Grow. Do I counter to Grow? Yeah, let's do it. Just to put him behind. And now I can trade off for the 2-2, I don't hate it. Then now I can safely resolve Rona, opponent stuck on 3 lands. Opponent would need like Vicious Offering to get rid of Rona. I don't want to attack with Rona because he could have like fungal infection. So we're staying back. The Skirring Surveyor is excellent. It can find us our 3rd black source, our 2nd black source. And then it can give a discount for Zahid. Definitely not attacking with Rona. It would be a big mistake to attack into it due to the fact that he could have fungal infection up. Okay. Well, looks like we got there. I could cut a Skittering Surveyor too, but it does help the Zahid ramp. Currently 3-1. Let's see, what would I cut the 2nd Surveyor for? 2nd Soul Salvage, maybe? Maybe it's not necessary, because I don't want to run Befuddle, no need for Rescue, don't need a Tolarian Scholar in this deck, don't need a 2nd Hammer Explorer. Don't know if I need a 2nd Single Pay when I have one in a Wizard's Retort already. Yeah, maybe just keep it as it is. And then the Skirring Surveyors can maybe help us move out our draws and whatnot. I could just cut one for Windgrace, I guess. It's not wrong running 2 of them. But but just having consistent draws of Skittering on 3 is really nice. Since it just finds our land again and helps us ramp, and again, great with Zahid, and just a good card overall. Rona, Deathloon, Cabal. I think I like this hand. This is fine. We're on the play. We don't really want to. Again, I'm not a big fan of going down to 6, unless I really have to. But if I'm on the play, I don't like to really go down that much. Opponent's in white, so he's definitely playing aggro. Tragic Poet. This could indicate some sagas that he's about to drop. But I'm fine leading with the Deathloom Thallid. Hope he doesn't try to Eldest Reborn thing where he constantly loops this over and over and over again. Otherwise, there's really no way I can deal with this unless I deep freeze it, I guess. Right, he might play Triumph of Gerard, but here Deathloom makes sense. I can follow Cabal Paladin next turn, and then I can Rona and deal a little bit of damage. But the opponent isn't really developing anything in white for 2 mana as of right now. This style is good pressure. Plays out from Void. Not a big fan of this card. Sergeant at Arms, so I don't mind trading off Dalit for that, and then I can develop me the Cabal Paladin, which can pressure a little bit harder. So let's attack. Still takes it, okay. Paladin's good here. He might just equip. Okay, so he's going to dub this up. We're going to punish him by playing the Deep Freeze, but we're going to let him attack. He might just play defense here, but then the Cabal Paladins can start swinging in. But yeah, we can punish him with the Deep Freeze here. It's also to note, enchantments and artifacts are not amazing in this set due to the fact that there's so much removal. Ooh, they're scaring Surveyor. I could just take it easy. There's a chance that he might just he might still equip more stuff onto this, and then we can punish him even further. I don't hate that. Next turn we can still double spell here. I could just deep freeze now and get in with the Cabal, I guess. And he only has 1 mana up. But the skittering seems fine. And then we can kind of just dig, grab more lands from our library. It's a good card to fetch back with Rona as well. Just want to make sure we thin out our deck a little bit more with these Skittering Surveyors, so we don't end up drawing these in the future. I would like him to maybe equip like on Sarah's Wings onto this, so I can punish him severely. I guess maybe Deep Freeze doesn't work on auras. I don't know, because it's still an enchanted creature with a 2/2. The Sanctum Spirit's a bit annoying though, but I think we can fend it off by Deathbloom, Thallid, and Cabal maybe in the meantime. Because I really need to lock this thing down. It's a 4/5 that's in the way. I need to start pressuring the opponent. Syncopate looks good. So what I can do is I can play out the Island. I can deep freeze the Sergeant. I don't necessarily need to play Rona yet. I can leave up Syncopate. That might be even more important. And then I can swing him the Deathbloom Thallid, leave back Cabal Paladin. Oh, I guess it just locks it down. So never mind. I guess we can't attack, but that's fine. We'll lock this down. Yeah, maybe I should dealt with a flyer instead, but the 4/5 could start attacking. So yeah, I guess the aura does stay on the creature, so gotta be wary of that. And I might as well just keep up Syncopate for now. Because our gameplay now is just to fly, put the flyers up, and just attack the opponent in the air, at the very least. And if they kill something like Zahid, this Rona, Sorcerer's Wand, well, I can't get rid of it. So I guess his win con is just to deal 1 damage to me per turn. He could attach it to the Sanctum Spirit so he can start gaining life as well. So don't know what he's thinking here. Guess he's just gonna tap this and deal 1 damage to me. That's fine. So I do need my flyers. I need my Cloud Reader Sphinx up now. Ooh, Zahid. That's looking juicy. So I think I'll play that. And I'll cast Zahid for cheap so I can Syncopate. I can keep up Syncopate. I think that seems to make sense. We're going to tap this Scaring Surveyor. This is going to deal 2 damage to his face. Keep up the counter spell in case he has Blessed Light. And then we can start killing the opponent with Zahid in the air. Keep up Rona, because if Zahid gets killed, we can get him back. But I guess White is using Blessed Light, so it's mostly just going to exile Zahid. So that might be a bit of an issue, but I might as well just keep up Syncopate anyways, in case he has Blessed Light. And maybe I can just play out Rona next turn. Ooh, Vicious Offering. I guess we can just attack. Leave up Vicious Offering and Syncopate. We'll see what the opponent does here. Obviously attacking for 5. You could have something like Seal Away, but then that would give us enough mana to deal with it. So now maybe we Rona, and then we can start digging with it the turn after. I have Vicious Offering I can use end of turn on the Sanctum Spirit to prevent the life gain as well. Let's see what he does. He's going to have a Seal Away. Maybe he just wants to take it. Okay, Invoke the Divine. Huh. Let's see. What's that going to do? Well, I can't Vicious Offering and get rid of it. He can still pay 3 for the Syncopate. So, unfortunately, we had to let that resolve. Opponent gains 3, but I can still deal with this. It's not the end of the world. I can always Vicious Offering and kill off the Sergeant if I have to. Could block the Death with Thalon, and then maybe he tries to make it indestructible. I can Vicious Offering in response. Okay, opponent just passes. I could just sack the Scaring Surveyor and kill it, but I don't really have any good attacks. So I think I keep it up. Play out land since he doesn't have black up. Next turn, end of turn, I can activate Rona. I can use Vicious Offering, keep up Vicious Offering and Syncopate. But for now, we'll attack him for 5. The opponent will be forced to gain life eventually, or else he'll die. We'll see what he does here. Healing Grace. Prevent the next redamage that will be dealt by a target of your source. Okay. Do I counter? Probably not. It's nothing scary. He just wants to gain more life. Sure. I guess that's going to deal 2 damage to the opponent. That's nothing, but that's fine. I'm not going to counter it, since it's not the scariest threat. Guess we're kind of playing against a newbie, at the very least. Unicorn, do I counter it? No, I don't really care about the Unicorn. We can activate Rona now. Guess that's a land. I could just use Vicious Offering. Nah, we'll save Vicious Offering still. Could just activate Rona main phase. Why not? Since I can just end up playing something afterwards. Yeah, let's just activate Rona. Because we need to find some playables. Okay, Vidalian Arcanist is fine. I don't know if I want to play it though. Maybe just play land, attack with Zahid, keep up counterspell, say go. I can single pay for 4. I don't know if that's enough. That can't really get back the yeah, sure, 1 damage. He should. Yeah, Yeah, he should attach it to a healer because it says creatures deal damage, not the mace, not the Okay, so if he tries to attach it into a life linker, I'm going to Vicious Offering it in response, just to prevent the life gain and the and just to at least get rid of it. Okay, he might attach it to something, and then I can Vicious Offering it. Let's see what he uses it on. The Mesa Unicorn. Maybe I'm fine having it deal 1 damage. And when he tries to equip on the Sanctum Spirit, then I can get rid of the Sanctum Spirit. It's only 1 damage per turn. I guess if he's tapping out for all of his creatures, okay. Okay, that's interesting. I guess we can Vicious Offering now. Just to get rid of it. I don't hate it. Yeah, let's just get rid of this while we can. I don't want to take 1,000,000 damage and he's just going to start tapping me down. Might as well just get an attack with everyone too. Next turn. Hope he doesn't have any Historic to make this invincible. So yeah, let's get in there. Do I attack with Rona? Let's say he can block 2, he has 5 lifelink. I think I'm fine attacking with these 3 for now. I don't want him to keep tapping the unicorns and everything and gaining life. I can use Rona end of turn as well. I don't think I want to Castle Down Arcanist. Let's see what he tries here. Beginning's Reproach, well I can counter that. X equals 3. He doesn't have enough to pay 3, so we'll just counter that with 3. So he has to decline here. He can only pay 2, not 3, so it's gone. He's forced to trade off his life linkers. And he probably doesn't have any Historic, so he's just going to gain 5 life, he's going to lose 5, and then go back to 6. I'm fine if he taps this, it's just 1 damage to my face. He could have used it earlier to gain life, but I think he messed up there. Then we can Arcanist and Death Bloom Thallid, and then the Rona we can still use next turn, so just gotta swarm the board and just finish off the opponent here. Armor Explorer, okay, let's just get an attack. Might as well just attack with all maybe? Yeah, maybe just keep Rona back. Okay, so yeah, it's 7 damage anyways, unless he has like an interaction here. He's pretty much dead. Alright, whoa, ooh, Mythic, woo! We made it! We made Mythic! Rank 64 Mythic, that's really cool. So yeah, let's just take a dumb snapshot of our Mythic rank. Let's take the stupid profile picture to see how cool we are. And yeah, let's, do I make a part 2 video? Nah, I'll just leave it for now since I'm getting tired. This might just be a 7 win or 6 win, but for now, yeah, I'm gonna make a part 2 video, but yeah, we got the Mythic at least, so I can show that off. So yeah, I'm going to upload part 2 later, and then right now I just need to get some sleep. But right now, yeah, in the meantime, have a great day, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.